Hello everyone, it's Ben from to give you a review today, and it is of the new film Civil War. This is another A24 release, so they're doing some really good movies, but obviously when they come out on Blu-ray they won't come out in the UK, but they are doing some really good movies. But this is of Civil War. This stars Kirsten Dunst as Lee, a renowned war photographer, along with her friend Joel, who's played by Wanga Moria. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And this also stars Kaylee Spaney, spelt with a C, so I presume I'm saying that right. And this is about it's a three-hander movie where this young teenager called Jesse is caught up in an explosion trying to take a picture, and she managed to talk her way into the road trip that Lee and Joe are trying to plan to go into Washington DC to photograph and talk to the president because they're in the middle of a civil war. This movie is good. It's good in the sense that it makes sense. For me, it's a three-hander with the soul of The Last of Us because Joel, I actually thought he was being played by Pedro Pascal because it felt like I was watching The Last of Us, but not with clickers and stuff, but with humans. It feels that emptiness. It feels that dread. When the action scenes do come, it's a mixture of The Last of Us mixed with the sound of Call of Duty. The guns do sound like the guns. Nothing's muffled. Explosions are powerful. The gunshots it's almost like it's so loud. It's almost like they're being shot in real time next to you. There's no it's like boom, 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 and it does sound like a proper gun, where it's not. Just doesn't. It sounds real. I've never said that before, but you'll never hear a realer gunshot of newer guns than this. Um, the music, the quietness is, like I've said, it feels is great. The story, not so much, because we don't know why the American Civil War started. You're just plonked it near the end, and they're heading towards DC to get to the president to overthrow him. So there's no real backstory as to why the Civil War started. You're just in the middle of a civil war, and Lee and Joel are trying to get to the president, and Jesse, hero is Lee. So when she gets in the car with her, she can't believe it and thrown in the deep end. The kills are visceral. They are realistic. They are violent. Graphic was the word I was looking for then. I think, as a film perspective, I think the story's great. The backstory and filling in isn't. Some people have said that the trailer has only shown the explosion, so you just presume, there's going to be explosions. It's an action movie. It's not. Was it missold? Yeah, but in a good way, because so you don't ruin the story. The action scenes are meaningful. They are played out in realistic ways as you go across the country to get to Washington DC. I think they start in New York and to head to DC, so it's like 500 miles or so. 600, I can't remember if it's 500. I think 500 odd miles. So yeah, it was missold to get people in, but it was also missold showing you the explosions, so that it also didn't ruin the story. I like it. It was yeah, I fell for it being missold as well. I thought it was going to be an action movie, and it is. There's action scenes, but it's also a human story. It's also yeah, it's almost a carbon copy of The Road. It has that feel to it. The Last of Us. I thought I was watching Joel and Ellie sometimes, but without the clickers. It was humans in a civil war, and there is a third person in this called Sammy, who is like the older, wiser journalist in the three, saying that this isn't a good idea, and and even though it's not a good idea, but he comes along because he's old and he just wants like one more thrill, I think. Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I think the sound is great, the acting was great. Kaylee Spaney is gonna be, that was an amazing performance. Kirsten Dunst, amazing. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the movie, and I will be importing it for America at some point, or Germany, or wherever I manage to get it from. But was it missold? Yes, but in a good way for a change, so it wasn't ruined by a trailer, as most films are. One minute we're moaning about, oh, the trailer showed too much, and the next minute, oh, it's missold, but did you enjoy the movie? Yeah, but it wasn't what I thought, so I didn't enjoy it. There's no pleasing some people, is there? So please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.